It is 12 degrees and 5:55 a.m. and we're heading to the bog. See what we can find on this Give to the Max Day episode of Virtually Live. Good morning. A brisk winter morning in the bog. It's November 17th and about 10 degrees now, I guess. Kind of nice spending a few minutes with a ruffed grouse that didn't fly away the minute you stopped the car. It's feeding on buds. They feed on these buds early in the day and late in the day, dawn and dusk, because one of their main enemies is the northern goshawk, which can live year-round here and specializes in grouse, especially the smaller males. They don't get up early like the grouse, so they can avoid some of that predation by feeding the grouse feeding early and late in the day. I hear a woodpecker back in the bog. Kind of sounds like a black-backed flaking bark. So the question is, do I risk it trying to get over the ditch and maybe falling through? A chickadee. Let's risk it. Okay. So yes, I did break through, and so the answer is no, the ice in the ditch is not safe yet. But see, I'm wearing some blaze orange, so I am safe from the being mistaken for a deer, because it still is deer hunting season. But a blackback woodpecker did start calling and further down the road and flew across the road. Haven't been able to find it again, but pretty cool. Tons of dead tamarack snags along the road here. Make good hunting perches. Rough-legged hawk. Let's see if we can get a little closer. It's kind of cool. We had a rough-legged hawk, and he was eyeing up that deer rib cage where the magpie was feeding. And yes, rough-legged hawks will eat carrion. They will eat carcasses. They'll feed on road-killed deer. Their normal diet, of course, with that little beak and the little talons is voles. But yeah, they will feast on road-killed deer, no problem. The magpie is in the Sax-Zim Bog. It's the furthest east population in the United States. Quite skittish, but sometimes if they're at a rib cage or a carcass, you can get some video like we did today. And they are, you know, really tame out west in spots, but not so tame here in Sax-Zim Bog. think we'll roll down Stone Lake Road, often a good road for shrikes and rough-legged hawks, sometimes hawk owls. I haven't heard of any reports yet in the bog, but it's early. It's early. Another area where donations for Give to the Max Day go is to our publications. You'll be getting the annual report soon, and it's filled with photos and facts and figures and a lot of fun reading. And also the birding map, and that's one way you can know that Stone Lake Road is a great place for birding year-round. It's marked green, which is a road that's good year-round. In winter, we talked about northern shrikes, sometimes hawk owls. We just had a rough-legged hawk back there. Sometimes you can see mink and in the ditch, ducks in spring, swans on the lake, loons on the lake. And then in summer, this is probably one of the best roads in the bog for LeConte sparrow and cedron. So, and we've even had records of yellow rail out here. So, yeah, so we print thousands of those maps every year, and we redo it every year to update, you know, what's changed in the bog, what feeders are new, etc. So, yeah, your donations help out in that regard as well. There is a flock of Pine Grosbeaks, and 3 or 4 males and a few females. And yeah, they're working, getting the seeds. Pretty cool. Pine Grosbeaks come down from Canada. They nest over in the mountains out west, but mainly in the boreal forest of Canada. Another aspect of Friends of Sax-Zim Bog is our science and research, and we're just kind of cranking up some exciting new projects. We've got some brand new technology never been tried, putting satellite trackers on northern hawk owls, and that'll be groundbreaking research. And one of our long-standing projects has been the Kestrel Nest Box program, and that's run by Clinton, our head naturalist, and Frank Nicoletti. He's the chief hawk bander at Hawk Ridge. And this year they had a phenomenal season. 17 boxes occupied, and they banded 61 chicks. So that is an amazing total. Kestrels seem to be doing really well in Sax-Zim Bog. So that's another way we use our Give to the Max Day money, our science and research project. We'll also be helping with a new northern shrike tracking program. And yeah, where do our shrikes come from? You know, they nest way up in Canada, and we just don't know where they're coming from. So that'll be exciting. We also put up a MODIS tower at the Welcome Center, and that will help us know what birds are migrating over the bog. So lots of exciting things happening. Boardwalks like this one at Fringed Gentian and the trail work here. We have a snowshoe loop. That is also comes out of our budget, and we have awesome donors who help us with that, and some of our Give to the Max Day money will go to more boardwalks. Snowshoe hare tracks. Speaking of snowshoe hare, one just popped out from under the boardwalk here at Fringed Gentian, and I was just standing stone still hoping it would freeze so I could get some video, but I left my telephoto back in the car. Well, I did go back to the car and get my telephoto lens, and I thought the odds were about 0 that I'd see that snowshoe hare again, but did find him. Kind of bushwhacked through the alders, but I do have my blaze orange on. And so, but he wasn't quite pure white yet, and it is only mid-November, so he's getting there, but he was kind of grayish with white paws and white ears. You know, we talked about the ruffed grouse being preyed on by by goshawks. Snowshoe hares too get sought out by goshawks, and especially the females, which are much bigger. And the female goshawks hunt the snowshoe hares because they're a heavier, bigger game than ruffed grouse. But these dense alder thickets and balsam fir thickets are perfect for snowshoe hare to kind of hunker down in. These boardwalks and these our properties have kind of a build it and they will come aspect to them, where, you know, the more you go to these boardwalks and explore these trails, the more you're going to see, and that is pretty cool. Friends of Sax-Zim Bog is a lean and mean organization. We only have 3 employees who are year-round, and only one of us is full-time. But I think we get a lot done with that. And the staffing at the Welcome Center when we're open, sadly we won't be open this winter, is top-notch. And we've got awesome seasonal naturalists. And part of our budget every year goes to paying wages and keeping the Welcome Center open when we can, filling the feeders. So thank you in advance for giving on this Thursday, November 19th, Give to the Max Day. And I've got an exciting announcement. We have a $20,000 one-to-one match, so you can basically double your money by giving during Give to the Max Day. One of our Bog Buddy couples put that money up, and yeah, fantastic, fantastic. So jump on that, take advantage of that. One of our neighbors in the bog by the Winterberry Bog, he processes deer and got us a few rib cages, which the birds and the ermine and martin will really appreciate. So we're gonna put every year we put rib cages out all over the bog. It's a great way to recycle, compost, and feed the birds and the animals at the same time. You know, we get everything: boreal chickadees, black-capped chickadees, Canada jays. Love pecking on these rib cages for the suet. Woodpeckers, downies, hares, ravens, crows. Like I said, ermine and martin will feed on them, and the list goes on and on. So it's kind of a Northwoods bird feeder. Well, take care everybody. Keep your feet in the bog and your head in the spruce boughs, or something like that.